Alright, we'll continue.
Okay, so on number 2, it says, does the graph represent a positive or negative slope? And it says explain, so I'm gonna go down my y-axis until I get to the starting point. Once I get to the starting point, does the graph go up to the right or down to the right?
Down to the right.
So it says, does it represent a positive or negative slope? Which one's it gonna be?
Negative.
Negative. Guys, calm down. There is a video going on. Negative slope because the graph points down to the right. So for the answer for A, it says, does it represent a positive or negative slope? It's negative slope. Because the graph points down to the right. Now for part B, I don't have enough room to write part B down here, so I have a lot of room up here, so I'm gonna do part B up here. Which is where I suggest you guys do it since you don't have much room out there.
Well, that's what I did my.
They know.
Now it says, what is the slope? So I'm going to find slope, write this down. The more you write this down, the better you will be able to remember why you're doing what we're going to do. So write down, find slope, Dunker. Write it down. In order to find the slope, we're going to take y sub 1 subtract y sub 2 over x sub 1 minus x sub 2. This is just the formula of how you do it. This is just the formula. You do not have to memorize this. You just need to know how to do it. Notice this is proportional because it goes through the origin, correct?
Yes.
So pick any 2 points you want. I don't care. I'm going to do this point and this point. Why? Because that's where my hand went. You can use any 2 points. So to find my slope, I'm going to take this point, write it down. So you're going to write the 2 points out that you picked. Doesn't matter which 2 you choose. For now, I would hope you choose the 2 I chose.
Yes.
Y sub 1 means go to the first y and write it down. Minus y sub 2, so I'm going to go to the y's and I'm going to write down my second y. Notice this black line is a minus sign. The 6 is negative, so you're going to have to subtract a negative there.
Can you do that?
Yes. Now I'm going to go to my x sub 1, so I'm going to write down my first x. Subtract my second x. Are we okay?
Yes.
Now we're just going to do the subtraction. 0 minus negative 6 is?
6.
Positive 6, thank you. 0 minus 2 is?
2.
0 minus 2?
0.
Oh, I thought it was negative 2. It's 2. It's positive 2.
Because if you're at 0 and you subtract 2, aren't you going to be?
I thought that was a negative sign by the 2.
Doesn't matter, aren't they the same? Black lines are subtract.
We got used to the what's the name?
Now, what does the black line mean?
Divide.
Divide. So positive divided by negative is a negative. 6 divided by 2 is?
3.
So my slope, on part B, it says, what is the slope of the graph? -3. Now, in 7th grade, you were taught, whether you remember it or not, to find the slope. You just said take y, divide by x. Are you going to get the same answer?
No, maybe.
Did I get the same answer for the slope?
No.
This method only works when the graph goes through the origin. This method will work every single time. Is that the video? Now what